Να έρθουμε τώρα, κυρίες και κύριοι, στην αποκλειστική συνέντευξη που παραχώρησε στον Αλφα και στον Θάνο Δημάδη, ο εκπρόσωπος του Διεθνούς Νομισματικού Ταμείου στην Τρόικα, ο περίφημος κύριος Πολ Τόμσεν, λίγο πριν γίνει γνωστή η έκθεση για την ελληνική οικονομία. Θα τον ακούσετε λοιπόν να λέει ότι αν δεν προχωρήσουν οι μεταρρυθμίσεις, οι Έλληνες τελικά θα γίνουν ακόμη φτωχότεροι.
If you don't do the structural reform, in this case I talked about tax administration, you're being forced into becoming poorer in effect by reducing wages, and that's not desirable. If Greece does not raise its ability to tax itself to a sort of normal European level, we cannot guarantee that there will not be need for further cuts in wages and pension if you don't deal with these problems of tax administration. And I should add, if you don't deal with the problem of enterprises becoming more efficient and reduce employment levels in the state enterprise sector. But it's above all a problem of taxation. This is clearly, we can see from the experience the last couple of years, this is the difficult thing. And I'm certainly encouraged by the fact that the government says that it's determined to push ahead with structural reforms. In some areas, like closed professions, we are starting to see some progress. In others, like tax administration, like privatization, we have still not seen the results. I think this is going to be a relatively slow process, but we need to see steady progress.
There are many saying there is no hope for Greece and things are getting worse. Do you agree with this aspect?
No, I do not. I certainly understand why people would feel that it's an exceptionally difficult situation and it's socially very painful. No doubt about that. But a lot has been achieved. The fiscal situation has improved dramatically. There's almost an equilibrium. The banks are safe. Deposits are safe. Despite the deep crisis, the banks' balance sheets have been cleaned up. But there are also problems, no doubt about that. There are problems that on tax administration and reforms could be stronger. You could argue that this gap between wages and productivity have been closed by reducing wages rather than becoming more productive, and that's a reflection of the lack of productivity boosting reforms, and that's part of the problem.
Over these last months, since the new government coalition and the negotiations under the second program, we see the same recipe to be followed.
Right. Well, that's a very good point. Let's ask ourselves why. It's fundamentally a reflection of the fact that Greece has not been able to deal with its problems in collecting taxes, and that's undoubtedly one of the big failures that we are facing. It's a social and political serious problem, and it has forced another round of cuts in wages and pension.